What is it? Bye now. Hello there. Goodbye. Way to go! Bye for now. Hello there. Goodbye.
Do you have a second? You're acquainted with Risa, right? I thought so. She's pretty famous. Since you know her, I've got a tiny favor to ask. I've been looking at the operational data logs from Risa's AIS, and I found an anomaly in her reaction speed. She's able to determine the enemy's position even faster than our radar sensors. That shouldn't be possible. If we can understand what's going on, we may be able to improve our AIS systems. So I'd like to go and ask Risa.
Did I do anything wrong?
Whoa, you surprised me there. You must be Risa, right?
The one and only. What can I do for you?
Well, you see, I was looking at the operational logs from your AIS, and I had a few questions. The logs indicated that you successfully hit several targets before the radar even picked them up. What was the trick to that?
I'm not sure what to tell you. I just saw them, took aim, and fired. Blam. That's all.
What do you mean when you say you saw them?
When I'm fighting, I don't really rely on radar. The same applies when I'm in an AIS. I just scan the field with my own two eyes and shoot when I see movement.
You mean you're doing it with unaugmented vision? Wait. So you scan the field with your eyes and shoot? I see. If we upgrade the camera drive mechanism and analysis function rather than photon detection speed, I bet we can obtain similar results.
To be honest, I don't think the AIS is a good fit for me anyway. I miss that raw feedback you get when you nail a sucker between the eyes.
Aha! If we can upgrade the camera's HXD image analysis system to operate below 16 milliseconds, we can redirect the radar map.
The way I see it, if you're gonna take out some baddies, then shooting, maiming, and killing them with your own two hands is ideal.
Combined with the photon detector, it should be possible to achieve an accurate scan at least 22% faster. You're a genius, Risa!
Good grief. You really are an oddball, huh? Master, how have you been? Well, I hope. Hey, Master, I've been thinking a lot recently about how to reach the pinnacle of hospitality. Usually, you only have one chance to make an impression, so hospitality is all about showing complete devotion to the people in your care. I believe that is the true essence of hospitality. You have to shine like a star and illuminate a path through any situation. But, personally speaking, improving my abilities is not the only thing I want to do when it comes to emphasizing hospitality. The person I'm serving may be somebody I don't know at all. I may not see them ever again. That's why every meeting must be honored. As a giver of hospitality, I want to become like a guardian star, providing energy and courage as I shine with a warm, gentle light. The Étoile class was so named because it evokes the idea of a star. A hero fearlessly goes toe-to-toe with hordes of enemies, while a phantom brings down ferocious foes by striking at their weaknesses. An Étoile draws upon the power of hospitality to fully leverage the pleasure of fighting alongside his or her comrades in battle. The nightmare of fighting alone for so long. I never want to experience that again. My thoughts exactly. Kyoki plus Stratos, and you'll be there too, Master. Besides, Maria gave me so many ideas and words of encouragement when I was working on the Étoile class. You could almost say that we created the class together. I can't drag Maria down by getting all depressed. All right, let's get cracking. From now on, I'm gonna be the best maid and the best Étoile I can be. I'll provide the most passionate hospitality the world has ever seen. I'll be counting on you too, Master.
And a big hello from Patty of ARC's #1 news source, Patia. Today, we have a candid, no-holds-barred interview with Lucot, advocate of the newly certified Étoile class. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bam!
It's quite a feat how annoying you can be from the very beginning. I'm sorry, Lucot. Would you humor us with this interview?
I'd be more than happy to.
Let's get down to business then. First of all, what do you feel is the most important in your daily life?
Well, to sum it up in a word, I'd have to say trust. As a maid, it's important to earn the trust of those I work for by showing them I'm right for the job. Take the way I dress, for instance. I think it's easier to trust someone with a job when they're dressed in clean, form-fitting attire. When I'm wearing my maid outfit, I can find my focus and work diligently, knowing it's the perfect attire for the task.
Makes perfect sense to me. I think maid outfits are adorable. Don't you want to try one on, Tia?
What? I don't, no!
On to the next question. Tell us about some of your hobbies or special skills.
My hobby would be cleaning, and my special skill is making sweets.
Cleaning is a hobby for you, huh? Wow, you and Tia would get along great.
For me, it's not a hobby. It's more of a necessity. Because you're always leaving messes everywhere.
So, why is it you enjoy cleaning so much?
I enjoy the process of tidying and polishing an area until it's squeaky clean. People often tell me that my standards are too high. If I haven't cleaned to my satisfaction, I will dirty the place up again to clean it properly.
So you put the trash and dust back to clean it up again. Wow, like a perpetual motion machine.
It's not like that at all, idiot. Anyway, what sorts of sweets can you make, Lucot?
Baked goods, mostly. I really enjoy thinking up my own recipes, but flavor and presentation have to be perfect. That sweet aroma freshly baked goods, people smiling when they open the box, and the moan of satisfaction when they taste them. Those are the moments I cherish. They just put me on cloud nine.
I see. I see. You've got me curious about your original recipes. Spill the deets, sister.
I'm afraid they are a trade secret.
Oh, come on. If you make them secret, that makes me want to know them even more.
Hey, chill out. Just because we're informants, that doesn't mean we force people to cough up their secrets. Everybody has at least one.
Funny that you'd mention secrets, Tia. Because as long as we're on the subject, that maid outfit you...
Good heavens! Would you just look at the time? That concludes our live interview with Lucat, the new Etoile advocate. Bye!
What? Tia, stop! Don't pull me like that!
Those two are so cute. Good talk, girls. Greetings, Master! I'm Lucat. Call sign, Pale Nimbus.
Pale Nimbus? Where did you come up with that?
I got the idea from Kyoki. What do you think, Master? That's like music to my ears. Oh my gosh, I feel a little embarrassed. It takes a lot of courage to use a call sign when referring to yourself. I'm still in awe of Kyoki's courage.
That's right! I still remember how Kyoki started to use his call sign back when we were kids. One day, out of the blue, he said,
"From now on, call me Astra Prime."
I was honestly too shocked to ever actually call him by that name, though.
Really brings back memories. That was before my body developed acute photon sensitivity.
Yeah, I don't think I have ever been as surprised as I was when you became a cast. I thought you were just taking a break from school. And suddenly, you were back as a cast. You were taller and got to graduate early.
Yup. Usually people are assigned to become a cast at birth. Cases of suddenly acquired photon sensitivity are quite rare. Despite the unusual circumstances, they took me right out of my old elementary school, and I was allowed to transform into a cast. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one on record to become a cast while in grade school. At first, I was really worried that you and Kyoki would be afraid of me or wouldn't like me.
How could we not like you? Whatever happens, you'll always be Lucat to me. Friends are friends, no matter what.
Oh, Stratos. That's what you always say. Even so, back then, after I became a cast, I felt like I almost lost the real me. I love taking care of people. I just couldn't harden my heart for battle. Honestly, I was ready to give up. But then, you and Kyoki told me, you don't need to harden your heart. Just be yourself. Thanks to you, I pulled myself back together. Even now, I always carry with me the flower accessory that you gave me back then.
That's a blast from the past. I made it with the hope that you'd always be healthy and happy. Wait a sec. Didn't Kyoki also give you a gift?
Yes. You don't know this, but the gift that he gave me was my call sign.
Now I remember. You were completely stunned when he gave you a call sign as a present.
Back then, the call sign he gave me was Flowing Nimbus.
That's right. He was so upset that he couldn't come up with a better name. But hey, what about Pale Nimbus?
Kyoki and I came up with that one together.
That's really neat. Now I think I want a call sign too. Hey, maybe the three of us could...
I would be all too happy to oblige. From now on, you shall be known as Stratos, call sign Sapphire Flash.
Sapphire Flash? Oh, I could get used to that!
I concur. It sounds so gallant and dignified. Just perfect for you.
Well then, why don't we give it a go? Stratos call sign Sapphire Flash!
Luca, call sign Pale Nimbus.
This is pretty embarrassing. Let's forget the call sign.
Are you sure? I think it sounds so cool. Oh well.
What did we do to deserve this?
This isn't some kind of punishment, Matoy. It's a perfectly normal procedure. What I'm wondering is, how could you run all around like that with such extensive injuries?
I'm sorry.
You need to get some rest until your wounds heal, Matoy. Stay far away from conflicts of any kind. And you, what were you thinking? Running off to Earth before the dust from the battle even settled. Yes, I know full well how urgent it was. But as your caretaker, I have every right to complain. Listen carefully, Guardians. If you get injured, you report to me right away. Do I make myself clear?
Well. Sounds like someone got quite the scolding. Why not think of this as just taking a hard-earned rest, Matoy?
Oh, Risa, I didn't know you'd come back.
Let me tell you, fighting on the front lines when you're outnumbered is so fun, it just stings.
Lisa came back from the battlefield at my request. I suppose I ought to be present if we're getting Omega involved.
Oh, is that you, Harriet? After all this time, it still shocks me to hear you in there.
Indeed. I'm sure this would be easier to swallow if Risa spoke a bit less eccentrically. But here we are.
Well now, how dare you? There's nothing odd about how I speak. It's perfectly normal. For me.
There you have it. Anyway, moving on. Can you head to the bridge? If we're headed for Omega, we need Alma's help.
According to my calculations, deploying the barrier through Omega has a high probability of success. So, will you do it?
As a former denizen, I will accompany you. Allow me to take the lead.
Look out, Omega! Here I come at long last!
That's all well and good, Harriet, but can Risa even go?
Her bond with me will let her. As a divine being of Omega, I imagine I could simply go on my own, but...
I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of fight the baddies on Omega put up. I'm thrilled, stoked, pumped even!
I cannot simply dismiss my host's wishes. Very well. She will serve as my guard.
I certainly hope she won't need to do any guarding. Oh, well, I guess I'll go too. Sorry, Second. You'll be here helping me send them over to Omega.
Under the circumstances, we can't risk having both Guardians away at once. Besides, I believe you were ordered to get some rest. I understand how you feel, but we need you to sit this one out.
All right. I understand. Be careful over there.
Sierra, can you go to Omega as a guide?
Well, things have been changing pretty rapidly over there, haven't they? Will I even be able to play navigator for them?
It's all right. Omega remains largely the same as the world the Guardians knew. Since I am a being of Omega, my presence here in this world has synchronized the flow of time between the two.
In that case, my concern has more to do with the fact that you're asking me to go back to a world with Maggie in charge.
Now, I'm sure Margareta has things well under control. Most likely.
The large-scale operation has ended. Thank you for your support.
Well, hello there! Are you, by any chance, the Ash Maiden of this planet? I've never shot an Ash Maiden before. So, you wanna be my guinea pig? Blam!
What's this? Looks like another tough customer. Hey, you. Did you come here for a friendly visit, or just to make trouble? Well?
Oh, do stop, Risa. It's not nice to be rude. I apologize. Risa can be a little uncouth sometimes.
First, you sound like you're trying to pick a fight, and now you flat out apologize. Something doesn't add up here. Spit it out. I see. I get it. However, if you're here about the barrier, everything's already been conveyed to Shao. You'll have to ask him if you want to know more.
Not a problem. We can probably learn more by asking directly than we could through hearsay anyway. In any case, I wish to do everything that I can.
I agree with what Harriet is saying. There's no such thing as doing too much, after all.
What's more, failing because I couldn't even be bothered to put in a little token effort. That's just not my style.
Well, well, this is a conundrum. I suppose I can talk a little, but you must agree to my conditions first.
Of course. You name it, we'll do it.
Once it's all over, will you fill me in on all the juicy details? We can even have a little tea party. Enjoy a slow afternoon surrounded by flowers.
I have no interest in tea. I am, however, exceptionally interested in shooting ash maidens.
You certainly have a stubborn side to you. Perhaps we can look forward to our tea party featuring a sort of sideshow.
I knew you would understand, Your Holiness. I am definitely looking forward to this. Lady Sakunahime, it may be best if you don't say anything too careless. Risa is very serious about shooting you.
Ha! I'm the Ash Maiden. If you think you can shoot me that easily, step right up. But more importantly, what about you? If you return alive from this battle, would you be so kind as to share a few tales from your travels?
Understood. We accept your conditions. We will return alive, and would be honored to attend your tea party.
Excellent. You won't forget.
And don't you dare forget that you promised to let me shoot you, too! I mean, even if you forget, I'll still shoot you!
Yes, we get it. Just don't forget to come to our tea party should you return. I will be expecting you. Okay now, about that barrier. I'll start from the beginning. Confirming arrival on Omega. We're on an open plain in southern Cuento. And there's suddenly a battle going on?
Now this looks like a good time. So, which side should I shoot?
Stop! Look carefully! Don't you see that they're fighting?
My! Seems like the baddies have covered far more ground than we have.
First things first. We need to hear from Margareta. To me, everyone!
Fleeting wings, I bid thee come. Exit!
This wouldn't work! That wouldn't work! I just need more man and woman power! Well, god power would be ideal, but I'd even settle for fairy power at this point! Somebody, somehow, just help me, please! Whoa! Who's there? Margareta! Harriet? Oh, you're finally back! The Guardian and the Fairy, too? And even some scary lady? Oh, I have a sinking feeling things are about to get even more complicated.
I appreciate how quickly you catch on. But first, Margareta, what's happening here? Where did your opponents here come from?
The lake. From the Black Cocoon. It's a good thing we left some fortresses behind from our battle with Elmir. Oh, and we've already evacuated all the people who live around here. No need to worry about them. Now it's my turn to ask questions. What is that? How's it related to you? I see. So, in the Guardians world, a supreme evil being is doing bad stuff, and everyone's having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. And now you've gone and dragged us into it. Well, hurry up and wipe the floor with that supreme evil lady.
That'd be a great idea. If it were anywhere close to being that easy, Maggie. Anyway, I wasn't expecting to see photoner weapons all the way here in Omega.
Oh gosh, goodness gracious! Isn't it obvious? Omega's basically a glimpse inside the Akashic Records. We shouldn't be surprised to see it mimicking our home world. It'd be weirder if we didn't see that inside the memory of the universe.
So, since the passage of time here is now anchored to time on Oracle's side, the effects are showing up in real time too? Does that mean that Omega's basically replaying the history of what happens in Oracle's universe?
I'm glad you're all enjoying this nonsense, but more to the point, we have to wallop your supreme evil, or our collective goose will be cooked too. No.
You kind of glossed over any semblance of nuance there, but yes, essentially.
Regardless of whether we signed up for this mess, at least we've got a common cause. So, what's the plan?
Harriet's out there right this second, getting things ready so we can get to work.
Hello again, everyone.
Welcome back, Harriet. How'd it go?
I was able to get hold of 5 of the 6 anima threads binding this world together. But even with all my power, I cannot meddle with the final one. It appears we'll need to go there directly and drive a linchpin into the ground.
I have a bad feeling about this.
What a coincidence, Fairy. I was just thinking the same thing.
It's just as you suspect. That hive of evil. The place where the black cocoon emerged. Elmir twisted it to suit his own ends, because it was at the heart of the anima thread, and was built as a place of healing. And yet, it remains off-limits, even to a person with my divine authority.
Which means that we have to get the enemies out of the way ourselves, so that we can reach the center, right?
We just finished doing exactly that.
Plunging into a sea of baddies, are we? Cannonball! Does this mean what I think, hope, and pray it means? Do I really get to pop clip after clip after clip into baddie after baddie after baddie? Oh, I can't wait one single solitary second. It's time for the slaughter show, and we'll have the best seats in the house.
Hey, Fairy, she's, on our side, right? She's not going to suddenly decide she wants to shoot us instead, is she?
Well...
If you're trying to make me more nervous, it's working!
Oh, you don't need to worry. What's a stray bullet or 3 between friends, am I right?
It's not a stray bullet, and we're not friends if you're doing it on purpose, for the record. Now I'm even more freaked out. I should have just called the Sword Maiden back from Wayland. Okay, deep breaths. If it must be done, then so be it. Her Holiness the Divine Queen rides now! Make ready!
Speaking of which, look, Maggie. Isn't this place the original Quento Castle? What happened to the Epic Palace?
Huh? The palace is where I live. It was made specially for me, after all.
I see. So that means we're coming to Quento Castle just to relax then?
Well, yes. This is also my castle.
What?
What do you mean? I am the divine queen of the sacred magical kingdom of Epiquento. Is it so hard to believe? For someone like me, having a castle and a palace is the bare minimum.
Maggie, since annexing Quento, you've definitely turned the vanity dial up a notch.
Cut it out, would you? It's my kingdom, so it goes without saying that the castle and everything in it is mine.
So, what are you going to do about moving it? It's a pretty long distance, right?
With the power of the Sword Maiden, we'll have it taken care of lickety-split.
Use that ancient power for something so trivial?
I don't really know much about the Crimson Fellworm or whatever, but if we don't use her power, the castle will be useless anyway.
It's nice that Elise has been so forgiving.
Well, even though the two kingdoms are now one, culturally and environmentally, they're completely different. When you suddenly merge the two, you expect there to be some disruption, even among the common citizenry. That's why I've been going back and forth between the two to hear what everyone has to say. It's the Sword Maiden knows that.
Well, you do have a point there.
You aren't starting to actually respect a scoundrel like me, are you? Not that I'm complaining, mind you.
Maggie, you really are starting to act like a real ruler of a real kingdom.
You are starting to act like a real pain in the rear! Harriet, just to make sure, the place all those enemies are swarming out of is the place we want, right?
Right. That is where the heart of the anima thread lies.
We have a visual on the enemy. They certainly seem to be taking a defensive formation to guard the anima thread.
I suppose we wouldn't have much hope of sneaking through a wide-open space like this. Which means our only option seems to be charging it head-on!
Do I want to ask why you're so pleased by that idea?
Risa is right. We have no choice but to break through their vanguard. Guardian, would you do the honors?
Movement in the enemy ranks! Looks like they've noticed us.
Alright, heads up! Rise and shine!
Varuna. I should have known it was you.
Lady Harriet, I have been waiting for you.
Huh? Wait, hang on! Aren't you Harriet's aide? What are you doing there?
It's not what you think, Margareta. The Varuna you see here is our enemy.
What? Since when? That guy used to practically lick your boots, Harriet!
All of that was necessary to achieve our grand objective. That is all.
Your objective? But hold on! Why were you so desperate to save her then? Are you telling me every word of that was a lie? That it was all some big act?
The questions you ask have already been put to rest, Lady Margareta. My loyalty lies with Shiva, the goddess of annihilation, and none other. I will eliminate anyone who tries to bar her path. Such is the duty of Varuna, god of justice.
Really? Are you sure? Because it sounds like the one you're trying to convince is yourself. You know who you're just like? The followers of our last monarch, trying to come to terms with their minds being controlled. And I don't know you all that well, but I can tell you this. You didn't look as grim. At least you had some glimmer of hope in your face.
Oh, Varuna.
I will support Shiva, the ultimate being. That is why Mitra, the shadow made manifest, and I, the unquestioning hand, were created. But we were rejected from the world before we could fulfill our duty. To stand beside the ultimate being, even should she be sealed in darkness. Now, in the hour of our return, we will carry out her orders. That is the meaning of justice. The meaning of loyalty.
I'm afraid that as the ones who once stood by your side, it is our duty to stop you.
Prepare yourself, Harriet. Say your prayers.
Your Majesty, code Q.
Say your prayers. This ends here. God of justice, give me strength. Not so fast. This ends here. Say your prayers! I am but my master's blade. My master's will is my will. God of justice, give me strength. Not so fast. This ends here. Say your prayers. This ends here! Say your prayer! Not so fast! Say your prayer! God of justice, give me strength! This ends here! Say your prayer! This ends here! Say your prayer! My master's will is my will! God of justice!
My goal is already complete. I will reverse what you have done and sacrifice myself to destroy the anima thread. With the power of the mana, energized by our battle, I'll smash it to pieces!
Honestly, this has to be one of the least satisfying death knells a baddie's given me yet. Wouldn't you agree, Harriet?
You've done well, Lady Harriet.
Varuna, why would you go this far? Do you really think Shiva is worth giving your life for?
That is not for me to know. I do know that were I to die here, my Lady Shiva would shed no tears. But in the end, what difference does that make? Loyalty is not offered in hopes of winning favor. Loyalty is not cast aside when it demands sacrifice. To die in the process of fulfilling my duty to Shiva would be utter perfection. And yet, Lady Harriet, I have not forgotten who I was during my days here, when I was not the god of justice, but simply me. I will always remember the brief time I had at your side, fondly and with gratitude.
Oh, Varuna.
Guardian, I do not know what is right or wrong. When you face my Lady Shiva, I suppose the outcome is for the universe to decide. And with that, the rest I leave to you.
Varuna, I hope you find peace.
Harriet.
It's all right, Margareta. Our grief will lie patiently in wait for us until our conflict is finally over. If we cannot hold back the anima threads and activate the barrier, neither Omega nor the world of Oracle will find peace. Now, I will be the anchor.
Enemy forces have ceased all activity. So So this barrier really can seal the Photoner's power.
Unfortunately, I am not Sukuna Hime, and I doubt all will go without a hitch. The barrier will most likely be flawed. I will remain here for now, to keep the barrier in place. But I do not know how long I'll be able to keep it up. Once again, Guardian, the rest is up to you.
Then I'll stay here. Harriet is our country's goddess, and I'm its divine queen.
Thank you, Margareta. And Risa, thank you for being by my side all this time. Your presence was most heartening. I mean that.
Oh, pretty, please. Won't you spare us the dramatic last words? Although, I guess you're already dead, so to speak. So you're well within your rights. Well, technicalities aside, I absolutely, definitely, positively do not intend to let you go so soon. There's plenty of fun still waiting for us out there. You'll see. When all this is done, we'll find each other again.
Right. So you've left us, have you, Varuna? I would grieve if this were actually such a tragedy. But in the end, it's nothing to fret over. I can see this through all by my lonesome. I must confess, it amazes me how doggedly Arx clings to its hopeful delusions. First developing weapons to counter us, then raising this barrier. How better to honor that effort than with a grand finale before we bring all of this to an end. This world, this universe, this record. For I am Shiva, Goddess of Annihilation, the destroyer of this universe's every memory, the eraser of photons themselves. Why else would you and I be together, but for our agreement on that point? My dear profound darkness.
My oh my, well hello there! You do know that Harriet was left behind on Omega, right? Right now, I'm the only one here. So, I can't really help you if you want to talk to Harriet. Lonely? Can't really say. I know that people say I can be a teensy-weensy bit unstable, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna fly off the handle with Harriet gone. In any case, at least she left me the cosmogenic arms. They're a little battered, but I can still fight like usual. I'm sure I'll see Harriet one of these days. In the meantime, I'll just have to focus on shooting, maiming, and killing all the baddies.
What is it? Bye now. Hello there. Goodbye.